Hello students, you all are welcome to this class. Today in the series of selected MCQ, today we should discuss about some MQs for the strength of material, should be beneficial for the engineering competitive exams. Let's start. In the previous session, we had discussed two classes for the strength of material MCQ. Those are not attending or not watching, please refer I button. The description is given below. Question number 51. The energy absorbed in a body when it is strained within the elastic limit, it is known as. It is a definition for the strain energy. Strain energy is defined as the energy absorbed in a body when it is strained in the elastic limit, which is known as strain energy. So option A is the correct answer. Next, resilience of material is considered when it is subjected to shock loading. When a material is subjected to shock loading, then resilience is considered. So option D is the correct answer. Next, question number 53. The maximum strain energy that can be stored in a body is known as. The strain energy that can be stored in a body is known as resilience, but maximum strain energy which can be stored in a body is known as proof resilience. So option C is the correct. Next, the total strain energy stored in a body is called as resilience, but maximum strain energy stored in a body is known as proof resilience. Here option A is the correct. Next, proof resilience per material is known as modulus of resilience. Modulus of resilience is defined as proof resilience per material. Option C is the correct answer. Next, the stress induced in a body due to suddenly applied load compared to when it is applied gradually. Suddenly applied load is twice the value of the applied gradually applied. So here the answer is 2 times. Option is C. When gradually applied, stress equal to P by A, but when suddenly applied equal to 2P by A. So in case of suddenly applied, the induced stress is twice as of gradually applied. Next, the strain energy stored in a body due to suddenly applied load compared to its when applied gradually. The strain energy, induced strain energy becomes 4 times, because strain energy equal to sigma square Ey by, so sigma square, where sigma is the 2 times, then strain energy must be 4 times. So option C is the correct answer. Next, a material capable of absorbing large amount of energy before fracture is known as toughness. So option B is the correct. Absorbing large amount of energy. Next, coaxing is the method of increasing fatigue resistance. Coaxing is a method of increasing fatigue resistance by overstressing the metal by successively increasing loading. By successively increasing loading, we are overstressing and increase the fatigue resistance. So option D is the correct. Next, a beam is loaded as a cantilever. If the load at the end is increased, the failure will occur. This is a cantilever beam and the load is at the end is to be increased. So failure will occur as a result, the bending occurs and failure occur result anywhere. So option D is the correct. A non-yielding support implies that the slope of the beam at the support is 0. Option D. Non-yielding support implies that the slope of the beam at the support is 0. Next, the ratio of elongation in a prismatic bar due to its own weight. Due to own weight, delta L equal to PL by 2AE as compared to another similar ball carrying an additional weight W. An additional weight W means whenever when W is carrying plus its own weight. As a result, delta L equal to PL by AE, which is due to additional weight plus PL by 2AE, which is equal to 1:3. This is 1 time and this is 3 times. So 1:3. Option B is the correct answer. Next, in a prismatic member made of two material so joined that they deform equally under axial stress, the unit stresses in two materials are made of two materials are joined together and the deformation in two materials are equal under the axial stress. So the unit stresses in two material are proportional to their respective modulus of elasticity. So answer B is the correct answer. Next, in riveted boiler joints, all stresses shearing, bearing and tensile are based on the. In riveted boiler joints, the stresses, all the stresses are based on the size of the drilled hole. So option B is the correct answer. Next, the distance between the centers of rivets in adjacent rods of zigzag riveted joint. In case of zigzag riveted joint, is known as diagonal pitch. Adjacent rows of zigzag joint is known as distance between centers, known as diagonal pitch. Option C is the correct answer. Next, efficiency of a riveted joint is the ratio of its strength to the strength of unpunched plate in tension. Option A is the correct. When two plates are butt together and riveted with cover plates with two rows of rivets, the joint is known as given that plates are butt together, that means it is a butt joint. Riveted with cover plates means both plates are covered with plates, that is double cover butt. So this one is these two may be correct. Next, with two rows of rivets, that means double riveted. So final answer is butt joint, two cover plates and double riveted joint, that is the double riveted double cover butt joint. Next, a riveted joint in which every rivet of a row is opposite to other rivet of the outer row is known as chain riveted joint. Is chain riveted joint. Next, a riveted joint in which the number of rivets decrease from innermost to outermost row is called a diamond riveted joint. in innermost to outermost row number is decreased. So this one is a diamond riveted joint. If the rivets in adjacent rows are staggered and the outermost rows has only one rivet, the arrangement of the rivets is called, it is also diamond riveting. Diamond riveting, same type, one rivet in the outermost row. This is the outermost row. Next, diamond riveted joint can be adopted in the case of following type of joints. In case of butt joint only diamond riveted joints are adopted. In case of lap joint it is not suitable. Next, rivets are made of following type of materials. Rivets are mainly made up of ductile materials. If brittle materials are used for rivets, then it will be to toy and fracture will be easily occurs. Next, the weakest section of the diamond riveting is the section which passes through. The weakest section of the diamond riveting is the section which passes through the first row, second row, central row, the rivet hole of the end row, none of the above. The rivet hole of the end row is the correct option. Option D is the correct. The deformation of a bar under its own weight compared to deformation of the same body subject to a direct load equal to weight of the body is equal to the half. Due to one weight, delta L equal to PL by 2AE. If the same weight of the body is loaded by an end of the then deformation equal to PL by AE. Therefore, in the second case, subject to the direct load, it is the double. So, option C is the correct. Next, the force acting along the circumference will cause stress in the walls in the direction normal to the longitudinal axis of the cylinder. It is a thin cylindrical gas problem. It is the longitudinal axis. Along the axis, the stress induced or force acting, that is known as longitudinal stress. Along the circumference, which stress is induced, that is known as Hope stress or circumferential stress, and denoted by sigma c, and longitudinal stress is denoted by sigma L. Radial stress is neglected because its value is very negligible. So here answer is option B. Thanks for watching. In the next class we should discuss another 25 questions for of the strength of material. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a good day.